Hey everybody, it's George again from BW Unlimited Charity Fundraising, your charity fundraising one-stop shop in a convenient setting. Check out our website at www.bwunlimited.com, bwunlimited.com. Check it out. All right, got some great news. Okay, I gave out a secret a while ago, and oh my gosh, is it working? I guess it took like a year for it to sink in, because literally twice I've already had people tell me how great it is. Today I got a phone call from Irvine, California, who said, "Oh my God, George, we followed your advice. It was fantastic. You're the man." I said, "Thank you." Well, over the weekend, we were out near Pittsburgh in Newcastle, Pennsylvania with our client, the Warrior Music Foundation, and they followed our advice. Oh my God, did it work out great. Now, put it out. It was a secret. So, one of the big charity myths that's out there today is that why should we use items that we have to pay for when we can get fully donated items? Well, we all know, because I've been saying it forever, that donated items are only bringing an eighth to quarter of retail. Let me just give you a hint. Recently, we did an event where there was this item that was the retail of it, a very big item. Retail of it was $2,500. It sold for $450. Say it again, $450. What is that? That's less than a quarter. For brand new, sold for $450. A brand new furnace installed in your house, retail value $2,500, sold for $450. That's highway robbery, in my opinion. So we know that donated items are going for that. So here's the advice that I gave. I said, these really great items that we have, and like this Barry Sanders autograph helmet, it's over my back. We have great items. What you do is you go out and you get those items sponsored. It's called underwriting. You go out and you find people to underwrite it. Because the reality of it is guys and girls and kids of all ages, is that there's a lot of people, we set sponsorship levels at $5,000, $2,500, $1,000. Those are great. But not a whole lot of people can afford all that. They can't afford $1,000, $2,500, $5,000, or $10,000, or whatever. But they can afford a $60 piece of jewelry, or a $250 auction item, or a $500 auction item. Plus, it gets them advertisement. For instance, let's talk about the Warrior Music Foundation. Warrior Music Foundation. We had, on the live auction, we had a Juju Smith-Schuster autographed and framed jersey. Well, it was sponsored. I started the bid, got one bid in at $600. The charity made all $600 because it was sponsored. Now, if they wouldn't have, it would have been $500. They would have made $100. But they got all $600 because it was sponsored. Moving on, Dan Marino autographed University of Pittsburgh helmet in a helmet box. Why was that great? It was sponsored. Got one bid. They made all that money because it was sponsored. They had a bunch of stuff on the silent auction. Everything they got sponsored, they got a bunch of stuff. Congratulations to the Western Pennsylvania, to all the Kimona family and everybody out there, because everything they got sponsored sold, which meant they kept 100% of the money. Plus, the people who sponsored it they got their advertisement. That's what you do. You can get a lot more people in if you get our items sponsored. For instance, you get a whole bunch of stuff for us. Like out in Irvine, California, they get a whole bunch of stuff for us. They took the list of stuff that they got from us and they got it all sponsored. Now, here's the beauty, Rudy Tooty. I tell people this all the time, and I know it sounds like bullshit, but I said it doesn't benefit us at all. Not at all. If it's sponsored, it doesn't benefit BW Unlimited whatsoever, and I'll tell you why. Let's say you get an item. It's a $250 item, right? You find ABC Realty. And ABC Realty decides they're going to sponsor it. They cut you a check for $250. Now, what they get is they get a little tent card next to their item that they're sponsoring. Let's just say it's this thing, but this is a smaller version of the bigger one. Jack Nicholson approval quote. It says, sponsored by ABC Realty. Right? Now, we start the bid, unlike other companies, Start to bid at 20% above what our cost of nonprofit is. We start at $300. Now, say somebody comes in, they bid one time, they bid 10 times, it sells for $500. Guess how much the charity makes? $500. They don't owe us. They owe the person who sponsored it, paid them to pay us. Hey, so the charity makes $500. $500, right? Now, if they bid one time, $300, they make all $300. They spend for $1 million, they make all $1 million. It's all theirs. Now, here's why it doesn't benefit us, and then why it solely benefits the charity. Now, listen to this. You find a sponsor, which it's easy to find somebody to give you $250. Come on, seriously. $65 for a piece of jewelry. You could get all this jewelry from us, have it all sponsored, and you'd make a lot of money. Because craziness, the reality of it is every time we put out a bunch of jewelry, it all sells. Kills me. Kills me. Why this jewelry sells? Because then my wife laughs and she says it's great because the charity made a whole bunch of money. That works out better. Can you imagine having a whole silent auction, nothing but jewelry? Boring, but hey, it all works because the ladies come over, they buy the jewelry. Men come over, buy sports memorabilia, and all this stuff is great. Okay, so here's how it benefits you. Let's say we start the bid at $300. It's sponsored. Somebody cuts you a check for $250. Nobody bids. Well, you would think, well, BW Unlimited, those people are thieves. No, here's how it works. We take the item back because nobody bid. We take the item back, and you, the charity, you keep the $250. How about that? Is that the bomb diggity bomb? So that's the key. So when you get items from us, you go out and you can ask us for a catalog if you want. We'll put it together for you, and I'll email it to you. We'll email it to you. You go out and you find sponsors for all this stuff, and you keep finding sponsors, and you get it all sponsored. And that way it's free money. That's your tip for today. Get the items that you get from us, get them sponsored. Believe me when I tell you, it is the bomb diggity bomb diggity. Winner, chicken dinner all day and all night. That's all I got for today. Thanks. I'm George. You already know. BWUnlimited.com. Check it out. Hope you're having a great summer. You'll see me again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.